Sup you guys, ASD Classified here. So, the Dino team up has aired in certain parts of the world that's not America. I've seen it. My thoughts? Well, I think Lindsay Ellis covers my thoughts pretty well.
Thanks, I hate it.
So yeah, I didn't care for this team up at all. So I may do a more traditional review of this episode in the future, but for right now, I thought it would be fun to make like a list type video listing off 7 of the stupid things about this team up, as well as 5 good things, you know, to try to be a little positive about this. And I couldn't think of more than 5 good things about this team up. So yeah, let's talk. I'm going to start with the 7 stupid things first because why not? That's more fun. So, number 1 on the stupid list, Sledge and his gang were not in this team up. I don't understand this decision. I don't understand this at all. Why would you not include as many villains as possible in this team up? Why would you not do that? What was the point of even bringing them back in the previous episodes if you're not going to use them in the freaking team up? What sense does this make? Those preceding episodes confuse me since you didn't put them in this Dino team up. I don't understand. I don't understand. Episode 12 in general confuses me. All right, let's talk about episode 12 though. Okay, so Cliff Notes version. Evox, very Cliff Notes version. Evox has obtained this ray gun, and this ray gun has the ability to revive any destroyed being. Really, it revives them, or it creates a robot clone of any destroyed being as long as you have a personal item of that destroyed being. So, Evox has this gun, and Evox has also acquired past Power Ranger villain items and weaponries, right? So yeah, Evox has the ability to revive some dead Power Ranger villains and make robot clones of them. Great, right? Keeper shows up and he's trying to get these old Power Ranger villain weapons back, right? Great. Evox kidnaps Keeper. Then some Dino Charge Rangers show up in our dimension, you know, to help get Keeper back, right? So Tyler shows up, Sir Ivan, Coda, and Chase, right? Okay. Evox revives Sledge, Poisandra, Fury, Wrench, Curio, and Snide, right? Pretty much damn near all the Dino Charge villains revived. Great, right? Cool. The Dino Charge villains fight the Dino Charge Rangers, and they beat the shit out of them. Like, I mean, beat the shit out of them. And it's a great battle to watch, right? So, yeah, the Rangers get their ass whooped. Then the Grid Battle Force Rangers show up, and they save them, and they save Keeper, and they all escape before, you know, Sledge and gang can kill them. Great. Episode 12 ends on a pretty dire note, right? Like, damn near all the Dino Charge villains have been revived. Keeper was kidnapped. They got him back, but he was kidnapped, and then he was placed under mind control, and he told Evox a lot of Ranger secrets, right? And Evox also still has Keeper's staff, right? And not to mention the fact that the Evox still has all these old villain weapons, so he can revive even more villains from the past, right? So episode 12 ends on a very dire note. But the Dino Charge Rangers are pretending that everything is great. They're pretending that they won this battle, and then they just leave to go back to their own dimension. They're like, oh yeah, we got stuff to do, so we can't stay. Bye. Are you kidding me? All of your villains have been revived. Damn near all of them. What, did Lord Arcanon need to be revived too for y'all to care? Like, are you serious? And they just leave. Episode 12, the ending makes 0 sense. They leave and leave the Grid Battle Force Rangers to deal with the fact with your villains on top of their own villains. And it makes no sense. It makes no sense. But then it gets even worse because after episode 12, it was a clip show. And in this clip show, damn near all of the Dino Charge villains that were revived get destroyed except for Snide. All of them get destroyed, and they get destroyed stupidly. 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 Oh my goodness. Poisandra, Fury, Curio, and Wrench get destroyed in a stupid battle. A stupid battle. They were winning. They were fighting against the Grid Battle Force Rangers. They were winning. But then the Great Battle Force Rangers pulled out their guns and then they all died. I don't understand. Then Evox revives Goldar and makes him even more powerful. So he's Goldar Maximus. And then Goldar Maximus destroys Sledge easily. Are you serious? I hate this. I really love Sledge and his crew, so it bothers me that they are constantly being destroyed and treated like they're a joke. It upsets me, man. Why were they not in the team up? Why couldn't you just include them in the team up? Why couldn't they have this big old grand battle with all these Ranger teams? There are 4 Ranger teams in this Dino team up. Why couldn't you have every fucking villain that you could possibly get in this team up and have them go out in a blaze of glory? That would make way more sense and would be way more awesome than what we got. It's upsetting. But speaking of that clip show, and I'm not even going to discuss the redubbing of those lines, disgusting. But speaking of the clip show, Evox revives Goldar, and the only reason he revives Goldar is because the villains couldn't think of anybody else to bring back. Like, are you kidding me right now? That was the point of that whole clip show, is for them to keep thinking about what other villains could we bring back, and they couldn't think of anybody else but Goldar. They just settled on him. Oh, he'll be the easiest to control, I guess. I don't understand this. They had so many other villains, better villains, that they could have brought back, right? They could have brought back Astronomer they were talking about, and they could have brought back Psycho Red. Like, there's a long list of other villains that they could have brought back, and they decided not to. Because they're like, oh, some of these villains turn good, or they wouldn't be as easy to control. And it's like, you guys have Lord Zed's staff. You guys have Lord Zed's staff. Lord Zed's staff can do a lot of fucking things. Lord Zed's staff can revive dead monsters, and you don't even need a personal item of them to do so. Lord Zed's staff can revive old monsters. Lord Zed's staff can turn people evil and put them under your control. It can do damn near anything you want it to do. And Evox never uses the Lord Zed's staff. The stupidity. Alright, number 2 on the stupid list, Devon being dumb. Oh, this just rubbed me the wrong way, and it kind of just pissed me off for the rest of the dang episode, because Devon being dumb was at the start of this episode. So this team up starts off with Keeper returning to Great Battle Force to give them a warning. Keeper has had a vision, you see. I never knew Keeper could even have visions, but okay, Keeper is having visions now. And he had this blurry vision that there's this big Ranger battle, you know, and the Rangers may be destroyed and lose, like, and he can't even tell which Rangers are fighting because it's blurry, but it's a big Ranger battle, and it's like, Keeper, baby, you're late. We had the legendary battle 6 years ago, baby. You are very late, okay? You pulling this chore shit, you are late, okay? But whatever, okay, apparently this is another Ranger battle, big Ranger battle. The Great Battle Force Rangers may be a part of it, which is why Keeper showed up to them to give them a warning, right? But Keeper also had another vision. He had another vision that Devon gets hit with a meteor. And he saw this one clear as day. It was no blurriness here, baby. 20/20 vision. You get hit by a meteor, Devon. And Devon hears all of this. He hears this. An impending big Ranger battle. Multiple teams getting their ass whooped. And a meteor coming for him. And he's like, don't believe it. Visions, that's pretty far-fetched, man. I don't know about that. Like, are you serious? Are you serious? This is Power Rangers. Stop it. Stop it. You are a Power Ranger. You are the Red Ranger. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And everybody let him be this dumb. I mean, Zoe tried, right? She was like, look, I took Ranger history class too. I mean, no. This stuff happens. Like magic and all this shit with the morphing grid, it happens. But he's still being dumb. I hate that Commander Shaw didn't shut this down. Like, she did not shut this down. She let Devon be stupid. And she let him run off to go to a damn gaming tournament when they've just been warned that they might die soon. Like, are you serious? I can't. I can't. This is so dumb. It is so dumb. And it turns out, of course, Keeper was right? Devon gets hit by a meteor. And then there's this big Ranger battle, which is this whole fucking episode, right? So, in the beginning of this episode, Goldar Maximus, Snide, and an army of, like, different grunts, like old school putties, Trip Toys, what's the other ones, man? What's the other ones? I know there was the Tronics, but what is it? Vivix. Okay, so all of them, they all showed up. They went to the Dino Charge universe to fuck up Tyler and them and get their energems, right? And then Tyler is calling Grid Battle Force and asking for help, which I don't even understand this. First of all, Dino Charge, y'all have 10 Rangers. Y'all have 10 Rangers. Why wouldn't Tyler call the rest of his team first? Why wouldn't you call Miss Morgan and the others first before you're making a call across dimensions to some Rangers you just met and abandoned in episode 12? Like, I hate this, man. I hate this. But whatever, you know, Tyler calls Grid Battle Force and them. All the Grid Battle Force Rangers except Devon go to the Dino Charge dimension and they also get stomped to the ground. So, yeah, Devon being stupid was stupid. Okay, number 3 on the stupid list, Devon praying to the morphing grid for help. Are you serious? Are you serious with this? Are you serious? This is what happened. Devon is praying to the morphing grid because all the Rangers get stomped, right? In the Dino Charge dimension, you know, Tyler and the Grid Battle Force, yeah, all of them get stomped. And Devon is like, oh no, what can we do? How, you know, we gotta make a call to other Ranger teams and ask for some help, right? And the only way that he can do this, apparently, is by going to a MorphX tower and jumping into the MorphX and praying and hoping that the MorphX travels his prayers to some Power Rangers. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you serious? I'm sorry. This is Grid Battle Force, right? This is a government organization, right? Grid Battle Force apparently has a secret room with a bunch of past Ranger gear and morphers that they should not have access to, but they do. And you're telling me they have no way to contact any past Power Rangers? This is the only way. Devon has to send some prayers to the Morphin Masters. This is the only way. Are you kidding me, man? Nobody has any other way to contact. You don't have Tommy's phone number or something. Like, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. This is stupid. This is very, 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 very stupid. I hate it. And I've seen other Power Rangers fans, they actually like this. I hate it. I hate it. It is, I mean, I can't explain any more of how stupid that is. I cannot. Grid Battle Force don't have anybody's phone numbers. Really, you don't have anybody's like addresses on file or something. Are you serious? I mean, let's go back to like episode 9, right? Devon put in a call to Dr. K in the RPM dimension. You couldn't have tried to call Dr. K again? You know, Dr. K has some RPM Rangers, right? They could have probably helped. And the RPM Rangers also have a set of dinosaurs too, guys. I'm just, the stupidity is, oh, it's amazing. All right, number 4 on the stupid list. The meteor that hit Devon, you know, Devon kept that meteor. And the meteor turns into a power coin. It turns into the Tyrannosaurus Rex power coin, and it's what Jason uses to morph in this episode. Because when Devon does his little prayers to the morphing grid, Jason hears the prayer and he shows up in a portal, and then he gets handed the power coin from Devon. Stupid. A meteor that was sent by the morphing grid, gotta put that in there too. A meteor then turns into a power coin. And what is this? Why did this even need to happen? Jason has had his powers for a while now, okay? Jason returned in Forever Red in 2002. Jason returned for the legendary battle. Even if we didn't see him unmorphed, it was Jason, damn it. He returned as the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger in the legendary battle. We know this because Rocky had to be Zeo Blue, and he was there too in the legendary battle. Like, why are we doing this? Why did you have to do this? Why did you have to touch on that at all? Jason just has his powers again. Why do we have to do a meteor and the MorphX turns it into a power? What? I hate this. Oh my God. I hate it. Moving on. Number 5 on the stupid list. Goldar's voice. Oh my god, it's terrible. It is terrible. Now, it's not nearly as bad as Lord Zed's voice on that clip show episode. Oh no. That didn't even sound close to Lord Zed. That was hideous. That was disgusting. It was very disrespectful. But this Goldar voice, we have to deal with that in this episode, and it is terrible. It is like really bad. Don't even sound close to the old Goldar. It is horrid. It is generic villain voice terrible. It's bad. It's bad. My ears were bleeding when Goldar Maximus was talking to Jason. It is horrible. It's like, I have an army too. It's like, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, there is so much about this episode that just upsets me. But that voice, that voice grated. Why couldn't it? I mean, if the voice is gonna sound that bad, he could have just been like the Goldar in the 2017 movie. Just be mute. Okay, don't say anything. If you gonna sound this bad, god damn. Alright, number 6 on the stupid list. I think I'm on number 6. Number 6 on the stupid list. The dialogue is terrible. It's terrible. It's really bad. It's like, it's typical generic stuff, kind of like my complaints with Megaforce. It's just the dialogue was just very generic. Like there was no good character interaction in this episode at all. No good dialogue. Jason's lines were awful and poorly acted, but mostly they were written terribly. And it's just, he had no good dialogue between... Jason had no good dialogue with Goldar. Like, are you serious? These old school enemies had no good dialogue with each other at all. Jason didn't really have any good dialogue with the new Power Rangers. Not really. I mean, I like that Ravi was very starstruck with him, but that was like 2 seconds. Like, no real good dialogue at all. It's with like any of the old school Rangers too. It's not like the Dino Charge Rangers had any real good dialogue with the Great Battle Force Rangers. They didn't. It's just... come on. Oh, and all these new slogans that they keep trying to make up in these special like team up episodes, they need to stop. We already had a good slogan. Once a Ranger, always a Ranger. That is the slogan. That needs to remain the slogan. All this other shit that y'all keep making up, Rangers forever defending together, or whatever bullshit, like stop it. It is terrible. It's disgusting. We have a good one. Once a Ranger, always a Ranger. May the power protect you always. Stick with those. Stick with them. You got it. It's done. Decades ago. Written. You don't need to change that. You just don't, because your stuff is not good. It's not good, okay? And finally, number 7 on the stupid list. There's no Dino Thunder villain here. And that's, I mean... there's no real reason that we even have a Dino team up, to be honest. Like, I don't even know why the Dino Thunder Rangers are here. I don't. Like, they had nobody to fight except, what, the Triptoids? Is that why they're here? Because Goldar, okay, fine. I get why the Mighty Morphin Rangers are here, I guess. Devon prayed for him. And then, there's Goldar. So I get why their team is here. Okay, fine. And most of the Dino Charge villains were revived. So I get why the Dino Charge Rangers were here. And they were attacked in this team up first, right? So I get it. I don't know why the Dino Thunder Rangers here. I don't. Jason just said some shit about, well, we need to combine Great Battle Force power with Dino power, and I don't know why. And the Dino Thunder Rangers just appeared. I guess Jason knows them. I don't know. I don't know why they're here. I don't know. And they had nobody to fight. I mean, because Snide, in the Japanese version, Snide is supposed to be an upgraded Zeltrax, I guess. But, we took that costume and made it a different character. That's not Zeltrax. So... yeah, there's nobody here for the Dino Thunder Rangers to fight. I wish there was. I mean, you could have used the White Ranger Dino clone. I mean, that's the best you can do. I wouldn't want Mesogog here because Mesogog should not be working for fucking Evox. So I wouldn't want Mesogog, and I really wouldn't want Elsa. I mean, you could have did Elsa, honestly. You could have. She should have been here. But I wouldn't want Elsa working for Evox either. So White Ranger Dino clone would work just fine. But y'all didn't do that. I don't know, man. It's just, I feel like they wanted to do this team up as cheaply as possible. That's how it feels. Because there isn't much original footage in here, So, yeah, they wanted to do this team up as cheaply as possible, and it shows. Okay, so to end this video on a positive note, I'm gonna talk about 5 good things in this team up. So, the first good thing. Alright, number 1. Evox, his plan. I actually liked his plan in this episode. Well, he had a lot of plans, but the main plan was to make a dinosaur of his own, right? Because he learned how to do so when he kidnapped Keeper. So his plan was to combine like a bunch of like what 6 types of dino DNA, and then he used the energems and stuff, and he made his own dinosaur, his own very powerful, terrible dinosaur, right? I think he called it the Chimera Zord, right? So yeah, I like this plan. It's actually pretty smart on Evox's part, you know, and the thing looked very terrifying and dangerous, and it could give a challenge to 4 groups of rangers. So kudos to Evox on that. The plan was actually pretty good. All right, number 2 on the good list, the Sentai ground fights. They were pretty good. I think they went by a little too quickly, but they were pretty good. I like seeing all the Dino Rangers fighting together, all the Terra Rangers flying around and stuff. Keep in mind, I never saw the Japanese movie, so a lot of this fight footage, this is my first time seeing it. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty dope watching all these Rangers work together and fight and boom, boom, boom and stuff, and seeing Sir Ivan destroy Roxy in 2 seconds because, of course, it's just really good fight footage. I liked it. So okay, number 3 on the good list, the Zord fight footage. I like this as well. I especially love seeing the old school Mighty Morphin Zord cockpit. Are you kidding me? I love that. The old school grainy footage. I love it. The nostalgia, amazing. And the Zord footage, even though again I think that went a little too quickly too, but it was kind of nice to see it and watching like the Chimera Zord shooting out everywhere and all over the place, you know, and they trying to avoid it. I loved it, right? And even though, you know, the original Megazord and the was it the Thundersaurus Megazord for Dino Thunder? Yeah, the Thundersaurus Megazord and the original Megazord, both of those things were destroyed years ago. But I mean, if all their powers are working again and their powers were also destroyed years ago, then I can just assume that the Zords were remade. I'm not really tripping on that. But yeah, I like the Zord fight. It was cool. All right, number 4 on the good list. I thought Serpentera was bad, but that thing's got 6 heads. Perfect. Perfect. Wouldn't change a thing. Amazing. I love it. The bad line delivery is actually what makes it great. It's amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you for writing that line. Thank you, Austin St. John, for delivering it. Amazing. Amazing. And number 5 on the good list. No old school Rangers showed up in this episode wearing cloaks, pretending to be mysterious and hiding their identities. Thank you for not doing that. Thank you. Thank you for not doing that. Okay. And it was really hard to come up with 5 good things for this team up. I really didn't like this team up. I really didn't. If you loved it, that is great. That is awesome. More power to you. I did not like this team up at all. So if you're watching this video, let me know your thoughts on Grid Connection, the Dino team up in Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was mud? Let me know in a comment if you would be so kind. All right, later guys. John Mata.